Is it possible to unconsciously copy someone?
One of the most popular comments that I've been seeing from haters is that I'm trying to copy David Dobrik.
Oh, surprise! Just kidding. No, David! Oh no!
Welcome to Psych IRL, my name is Donna. Now, I did talk about inspiration versus copying before in my video about Casey Neistat and his style of vlogging, but I wanted to bring the topic back up again, because I guess that topic was a little touchy for some people, because I feel like that some people were called out on being Casey Neistat copycats, and some actually were, and some weren't. So the main thesis of that video was, what is the difference between inspiration and copying? Now we're going to be looking at this case because I think this is a very interesting case. David Dobrik has a very unique style of vlogging, so when you look at big YouTubers, you can tell that some people have been inspired by him, but they can't really copy his style because it's not even on TV. One of my viewers suggested this. You should check out Alex Warren's channel and see if it is copying or inspired by David Dobrik. So today, that's what we're going to do. Now keep in mind, this is a smaller creator and he's just figuring out what he wants his style to be, so please don't send any hate. We're gonna just do this for fun and you don't have to agree with my opinions, so let's break down David Dobrik's content and Alex Warren's content and you can come to the conclusion on your own whether you think this is inspiration or copying. Alright, let's examine the general theme of both their vlogs. David Dobrik's vlogs are comedic in nature and involve him and his friends. In the very early days of his vlogging career, a lot of it was like a peek into their lives just a bit before Dobrik gained popularity.
Hey, David Dobrik, if you don't know me, that's because I'm a piece.
He'd highlight the comedic parts of something as simple as a visit to a friend's house.
Seen Gabby in a good, I don't know, week and a half. I hope she got better looking. I hate having ugly friends. Gabby! She still looks the same.
Occasionally, there would also be scripted bits in the videos.
It was nice hanging out with you.
Hi, David.
See ya. I'll see you tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, see ya.
In addition, we'd also see stunts performed by him and his friends.
You'll be in the vlog if you jump in! Oh my god!
As he gained more and more traction, Dobrik's stunts got bigger and bigger. There had been additions to the cast and a few celebrities would appear randomly in the videos.
I saw another one of your videos where you like orchestrated like Kendall Jenner and all of her friends to come. How the hell did you do that? And like what was, you know, the inspo behind all that?
Yeah, I got really lucky, I guess, today. And then I got a FaceTime from her that morning of Zayn's birthday. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. So they came by.
And is Zayn like he's a huge fan?
Yeah. Okay. And I wanted to with him.
Okay.
Yeah. No, he was he called his mom and his mom started crying.
Despite the vlogs becoming more ambitious, the theme remained the same: friendship.
And with our friend group too, I love that our friend group is so real that we're constantly like, there's new people in our friend group all the time. Like we're just hanging out with new people now.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's beefs or drama. Like,
no.
How do you? Is it just because you're actual friends and not just kind of like thrown together?
Yeah, and I also like, I don't hold grudges.
When we look at Warren's vlogs, he makes his theme really apparent from the beginning. It's about him and his friends as well.
Yeah, you smoke weed, right?
Yes, but I smoke it legally.
What do you mean?
So I have a med card
Yeah.
because I have chest pains. Ow. My chest hurts.
Unlike Dobrik's though, that may involve a lot of extensive planning, Warren's vlogs seem a lot simpler. The focus is on his regular daily life with his friends. We do see pranks and scripted bits as well.
Oh, go! What are you doing? What are you wearing? Turn the camera off, we gotta go! Oh, sorry, go! Where? where are we going?
but none that copy Dobrik verbatim. Thematically, I wouldn't really consider this copying. The friend group is a very common archetype in many mediums. I mean, come on, they've even made a popular TV show about it. Many YouTubers also highlight the dynamics between them and their friends. You can actually feel how different the ambiance is between different friend groups. Warren showcases a high school friend group.
I never got to graduate high school, which I eventually plan on doing, but all of my friends are graduating this year, so I decided to go film it.
While Dobrik showcases a friend group in their 20s and even older.
We have a birth simulator here. We're gonna strap it onto your belly and it's gonna simulate him giving birth.
Look at Chipotle baby's gonna come popping out of his ass.
I know what it is. You don't want to do it because you're actually pregnant and you want to hurt the baby. All right, here we go. How does it feel?
I feel the baby kicking.
We're going up to 2.
That is going wild inside.
What does it feel like? We're on 10. Shut up. Okay, what?
The story of Romeo and Juliet and forbidden love is a perfect example. They really want to be together, but they both belong to rival family members. Twilight has a similar theme. A human and a vampire want to be together, but they can't for very obvious reasons. So, similar themes, but different execution and format. When people have the same general theme or concept in a video, I wouldn't really consider that copying. It's like heartbreak. Everyone's been through a bad heartbreak session before. What makes it unique is it's your own experience and you have to put that out there and convey to the viewer your personal story. In terms of YouTube, take challenge videos before. Everyone has done the touch my body challenge, but what makes it unique is the creator's own perspective. Okay, so let's move into individual characteristics of the video. Are they being themselves or are they copying Dobrik? Another facet that makes Dobrik's vlogs recognizable is his cast of characters. David Dobrik does a great job featuring each of his friends' personalities. They're not just the blur of random people where you forget who's who. You've got his assistant.
Oh my god!
The criminal, the old guy who's basically Brian from Family Guy, and much more. The most impressive thing is that he's able to ingrain these distinct personalities quickly and effectively. They're so extreme, it's hard to forget about each personality.
That's like the best part. We all have so many issues that together it makes one really big, good video.
Jason?
David! Get the fuck out of here, man!
If you don't watch many of Warren's vlogs, the number of people may confuse you. If you're just stopping by and skimming through his videos, there really are only 2 distinct personalities I can remember. First, Warren takes a personality that's very similar to that of Dobrik. He's asking questions behind the camera, and he even does that laugh Dobrik does at the end of every bit.
Mia,
What?
are you high?
You're high.
What?
What?
Yeah, you are not driving.
You're actually right. Someone else needs to drive.
The only other really distinct personality I notice is this Michael Scott from The Office archetype that a number of his friends embody. You know that bit where a logical person asks someone to do something and it's done wrong or extreme?
I, Michael Scott, am signing up with an online dating service. Thousands of people have done it, and I am going to do it. I need a username, and I have a great one. Little Kid Lover. That way people will know exactly where my priorities are at.
Oh, fuck.
What?
Alex.
Yeah.
The toilet's clogged.
Use this.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
In terms of personality, I do think Alex is a little bit similar to David Dobrik in that he's behind the camera, he's putting his friends in these situations and asking questions. As far as other similarities, the only real thing similar to me is that they're both 2 very young groups and they do pretty out there things. I think Alex's cast of characters kind of have this one-dimensional Steve Carell from The Office type deal with them. And David's cast of characters is, you know, they all have their they all have something unique about them a little bit. I don't know, that's just my opinion though. So they are very similar, but I can for sure tell the difference. Now let's move on to format and execution. Dobrik has a very unique format to his vlogs. They're all fast-paced and 4 minutes and 20 seconds. When we look at Warren's vlogs, his videos are fast-paced as well, but the length is varied. Now, when we look into how Dobrik's vlogs are structured, it's as follows. They're all short scenes condensed into one video. The video doesn't follow the typical narrative structure where there's a beginning, middle, and end.
What I love about him is there's really no structure.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's not like, hey, I'm gonna do this and then this and this. It's just kind of like, ugh.
Sure.
What made, is that like a conscious decision for you to do that? Is that just how you've always edited? Is that how you've always created?
Yeah, on Vine, 6 seconds was the thing, and I kind of took something from there. Is like people don't want to watch things for too long, so when I edit the vlog, I make sure that I'm only in one place for like tops 30 to a minute.
Instead, each clip or scene is its own narrative.
Guys, I'm at Walmart. I can't find toilet paper.
Wow, you're really in tears.
How much you paying Coachella weekend?
One.
So,
Why?
I don't know. You guys are just average.
And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Do not pet. Well, then do not walk him around me.
His videos have several of these put together, and they can be completely unrelated to each other. The format is so uncommon, there really isn't anything like it on YouTube, or traditional media for that matter.
I think that's maybe the most interesting thing about my videos is like one video you'll get like the surprising a friend
Heartfelt,
who just came out of the closet.
Cue the violins and shit. Yeah,
like adorable. And then literally the next video was my friend having a threesome, all sweaty.
The closest I could compare it to would probably be the end of the season montages some TV shows do, and mix that up with a little bit of Jackass. The uniqueness is a huge reason why large creators can't follow his format. They'd be called out in an instant. Big YouTubers are already accused of copying him, even when they put their own twist into an idea Dobrik may have done first. Warren's videos are structured exactly the same, excluding the time constraint, of course.
Welcome to the vlog.
Warren's videos are composed of short scenes compiled into one video. Likewise, they contain comedic real-life situations.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We're done with that.
Pranks and stunts.
My girlfriend did a fake tattoo on his face, and we're gonna go surprise his mom with it.
And short scripted bits.
Is this my car?
No, it's my car.
This is your car.
Yes, I have Uber to show it.
What's on the back of that paper?
Basically, yes. One of you know how to drive stick?
When we look back at the beginning of his vlogs, as short as it may have been, we see his format was not always like this.
And find a really big wet hill and hopefully surf down that hill. So it did rain yesterday.
At one point, there was a narrative structure and the pace was much slower. In my opinion, the format and execution was copied. Other things that I did not show is that Alex also does a cold opening for his videos and then does the intro. He also ends his videos very similar to that of David Dobrik. Now, technically, David Dobrik did not invent the cold opening, the fast-paced editing, having a montage between real-life stories, pranks, and bits. But a combination of those together is something I've never personally seen before. Maybe if you guys can find a similar YouTuber that does the same before Dobrik, maybe you can point it out to me. But really, it's so unique that I've never seen it before. So I do think that this was copying. I mean, you can definitely look in his comments and you'll see comments like you're copying David Dobrik. But again, this is just my opinion. So what do you think? And I also thought, why would someone copy David Dobrik almost to a T? Who knows? Maybe they don't realize that they are copying David Dobrik. And that's actually more common than you think. It's called Cryptoamnesia. It's a real thing, I promise. One of the most famous cases of cryptoamnesia happened to Helen Keller. When Helen Keller was 11 years old, she wrote a story called The Frost King. A year later, it was discovered that it had very strong similarities to a story called Frost Fairies by Margaret Canopy. After this, she was tried by a school court on whether or not she knowingly plagiarized, and the room was split 4-4, and no one actually knows the truth on on whether she consciously plagiarized or not. Cryptoamnesia is a memory glitch where we can't recall the source of our ideas and we think those ideas are actually our own, when in reality it isn't. So it turns out when it comes to certain memories, we can definitely verify the source of if that memory happened. So when I ask you, what did you have for lunch today, you could probably recall what you had for lunch today and maybe what time. However, with other memories, that element is unnecessary and maybe even impossible. So when we think of generic memories or skill-based memories, we don't often recall the source of those memories. So when I ask you, do you remember the exact moment you learned 1 + 1? Unless something very memorable happened during that time, you probably don't remember. Unfortunately, this happens a lot with art and creation. Warren has responded to the plagiarism accusations many have called him out for.
And today I wanted to address pretty much the most popular comment that a hater will comment is, I am trying to copy. Are you good? And one of the most popular comments that I've been seeing from haters is that I'm trying to copy David Dobrik. So I've commented on this a lot in live streams, my YouTube community posts, and comments. And I feel like I need to make a video now just so you guys can, when you see those comments, tell them to go watch this video so that they can get an understanding of why I make the videos the way I do. And it'd be ignorant to say that my videos are not inspired by David Dobrik, because they are. But they're also inspired by a lot of the other YouTubers I watch. And I have no problem saying that and be ignorant if I didn't acknowledge that. But if you guys actually watch my videos, you'll understand that they are different. And I make these videos because I genuinely enjoy making them.
So as you can see, his defense is inspiration. In a community post, he says, I do admit our vlogs are similar styles, but a lot of people have been saying that I'm copying him. I just film my life in my eyes with my friends and don't think too much more of it. He doesn't really explain the origin of his style. I've thrown this question out before, but where is the line between plagiarism and inspiration? My opinion on this has always been, you can imitate a format, so fast-paced and unrelated narratives put together, but it's important to bring your own story and personality into the format. What makes this case interesting is that it's a smaller creator allegedly copying a larger one. So there won't be much backlash until this creator grows in size.
The worst thing is when people try to copy or replicate a YouTuber. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Like there already is a Casey Neistat. You know what I mean? There already is an Emma Chamberlain. Like don't replicate that. Like maybe take something from it and be like, oh, this works, so I'll take this, but definitely make it your own style. It doesn't matter like if you're filming yourself with a toaster. Like if it's something new and you seem like you're enjoying yourself, then other people will enjoy themselves watching you.
Okay, so like I said before, do not send hate to Alex Warren's channel, but what do you think? Do you think this was copying or do you think this was pure inspiration? Cryptoamnesia happens mostly when we are trying to generate ideas. When we think of the origin of those ideas, the risk of cryptoamnesia is actually lowered. Studies have also found that cryptoamnesia is lowered when the participants have to present their idea one-on-one to one person rather than to a group anonymously. So always keep that in mind when you're creating. I've certainly done this before. I think I was making an Instagram story and then I was like, guys! And then I rewatched it and I was like, wait, this is familiar. Someone has said this before. Oh my god, it's Shane Dawson. And the funny thing was, it was an accident. I didn't consciously try to be like Shane Dawson, but I cut out the first part and uploaded that. That's the end of the video. I will see you guys next time. Stay psyched.